It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we... Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
Goff now looks to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. But they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Goff now to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 49 yards. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw again is Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense have other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, 26 yards. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's got to put a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On 4th down, Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to throw, Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To the air, Penix. And, it's incomplete. It would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And that is incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. On the bootleg, it's Penix. That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. They'll go again here from the 10. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
In motion goes Patrick. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Penix. That one deep for London. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett.
At the 36-yard line.
And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Goff. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll throw with Penix. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. After one, 17-7 is our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Derek Barnes, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously. Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
That one caught by Ross Dwelly. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Penix. Toward the pylon, but it's in.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they'll get him down 2-yard shot. Of 8.
Previous play is under review.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though.
Taking it right down Broadway. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick. 96 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll look to throw again. Looking deep here for Mooney. That's going to be
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Penix to the air once more. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
A gain of 15. First down, Falcons.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This pass is caught by London. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 33 yards that time.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons are able to widen their advantage. Koo now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So out now come the Lions.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw, Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
To throw is Goff.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Goff throwing again.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are back within a score. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Off play action. Here's Penix. They'll get this complete to Charlie Woerner. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And the Falcons first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To the air, Penix. And he knocks the ball. And it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. And a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job. Through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Goff. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Now Goff.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. You had a man over trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Sam Laporta,
49 yards.
and the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Goff now to throw. He's got it to Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams hauling that one in for Jared Goff. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Goff looking to throw. That's caught. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play.
Looking deep here for Mooney.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There you have it.
Offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And he will bring it back. An interception. reception, return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over back. It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
A play fake. Now Penix.